Hello everyone, this is Ahmed Moaz with another episode of the Breakthrough Coach Feed. So guys, today we are going to talk about self-trust. So we are going to cover the following topics: that what is self-trust and why it matters. After that, we are going to discuss that why emotional setbacks break self-trust. Then we are going to speak about the importance of rebuilding self-trust, and then we are going to move forward to 3 steps to building self trust. And after that, the final point that we're going to discuss today is the practical exercises to strengthen self trust. So let's start with the first point for today's video, which is what is self trust and why it matters. So, have you ever felt like that you couldn't rely on yourself? That whatever you think about doing, and whatever, if you want to take a step, if you want to move forward, if you want to start a new thing, if you want to improvise something that has been when that went south in the future, in the past. So have you ever felt that, you know whenever you try and do something new, do something meaningful, try to improvise something, try to fix something, you cannot just rely on yourself, you cannot just build the initial confidence that you can go for this thing. this is what you called this is what you call self trust. So self trust is something which is very important while you're moving ahead in life, and especially when you're going through mental health struggles. So what does self trust mean? Self trust means to have the confidence in your ability to move forward, to keep moving forward, to start something new, to fix something old, and to just stay consistent with something. These all things are dependent on your self trust. Why is self trust important? So, the self trust that we have is important because of the three basic factors. Those three factors are: the first one is that self trust is basically the foundation of your confidence. If you do not trust yourself, how would you be confident about anything at all? Or how would you be sure, for that matter, about anything at all? So, you need self trust to believe in yourself and to maintain the confidence, which is the foundation of your mental health. So, to create and maintain the foundation of your mental health, you need self trust. The second point is decision making. So, your self trust is the basic element that helps you in your decision making. Whenever you're trying to make a decision for something, whenever you're trying to make a decision, either that is a big decision or a small decision, you need self confidence. If you don't have self confidence, how would you even think about starting something which is either big or small, or which is meaningless or which is meaningful? Especially the things that those are meaningful, why would you be doing meaningless things? So, but trust me, even for meaningless things, you come to the point where if you don't have self confidence, you cannot just start anything at all. And the third point is very important. It is the major point, that your self trust helps you in overcoming fear. Now, overcoming fear is the essential key element to build confidence, to move forward, to stay where you are, to stay put. So, if you do not trust in yourself, you cannot get over your fears. And getting over your fears is very important for your mental health struggle, to overcome the mental health issues, and for that matter, even for the people who do not have any kind of issues, even for those people, uh, having the strong trust in yourself is basically very important for overcoming any sort of fear in any sort of challenges that you're going to face in the future or in the present. So, I'll just give you a real life example. For example, when I there was a time when I, while working in real estate, I invested in one of the companies that I was working with, and that was not a very big investment, but not a very less investment as well. That was a significant amount for a person of my age and my stage. So I invested that, and a lot of other people invested me as well, but that thing went south. So after that, it took me some time to start to take big decisions, to invest somewhere else, and to even, I started doubting my decisions. So that is where I found myself lacking trust in myself. And that's where I tried and I fixed it, and it helped me in a lot of ways. See, whatever has gone south, whatever loss that you have made, that's not probably going to come back. But yes, you can learn from your mistakes and you can do better in the future. That is the most important thing. Okay. Self trust is basically the foundation of a strong, resilient mindset. So, how important, if you have been watching our videos, if you have been reflecting on these issues, you know that how important self trust would be in creating a strong and resilient mindset. So, a strong and resilient mindset is the base camp from where you can defeat any enemy, is the base camp from where you can, control anything at all, and control any enemy at all, for that matters, any upcoming situation, any ongoing situation. Okay. So, why emotional setbacks break self trust? We're going to talk about that. Have you ever felt like you feel that, something has happened, and it has just, given you the feeling of a big failure? That is something that creates an emotional setback. So if you have gone through a big failure, you would definitely have an impact on yourself, and the emotional impact that we are talking about, and that emotional impact makes sure of the fact that you are at least not able to stand up for a longer period of time. So those emotional setbacks are very crucial to understand, and we need very important steps towards them to fix them. So you'll get a loss of confidence in your judgment. When you cannot judge something, how are you going to act on it? How are you going to react on it? And fear of making mistakes again. This fear that whenever I'm going to start something, I'm going to make a mistake again. This fear that whenever I'm going to speak about something, I'm going to say something wrong. The fear that whenever I'm going to start with a new job, I'm going to take it to the wrong side. Whenever I'm going to start a relationship, I'll take it to the wrong side. So these fears, they just do not let you start anything at all. And you become like a vegetable. We have already shared the vegetable state with you. Another thing that the lack of self trust does to you is that it makes you feel powerless. So you do not want to feel powerless, right? If you're feeling powerless, how exactly do you imagine, and how exactly do you think that you would be able to start something? You only start thinking about something, doing your homework, doing your research, reflecting on it, gathering all the effort to put it into that specific matter. to put into that specific task that you're going to do. But you would not be able to do even one thing out of all of these things that we have discussed when you do not have any power left inside you. When you're already feeling powerless, even if you start doing something, that goes to south, that goes to waste, because you would start something, but at the end you would just feel that in the start or probably in the mid you would feel powerless, you would feel energyless. That little energy that you used was some energy that was stored in the reserve, that's always there, but that's not good enough for you to start something, and for you to start something right. So we are going to end our today's video on the note that while we speak about self trust in detail, the further aspects of self trust, the other 4 points of self trust issue, we need you to reflect on these issues, and we want you to think about the things that we have discussed today, because you can just start today by taking your first step and start thinking about them and reflecting on these issues. And as we take you forward on the self trust issue factors and indicators and how to fix this, we want you to become a part of this journey. In every video, whatever we are talking about, we want you to become a part of this journey so you can take the maximum benefit out of these videos. Look after yourself. See you in the next video. Allah Hafiz.